And we are just 21 days away now from Election Day, a little over a week away from the start of early voting. And there are still thousands of voters who aren't quite sure who'll be voting for or who they'll be voting for. Fox 4's Rochelle ALLEYNE digging deeper tonight into who these undecided voters are and why they may be struggling to make a decision for this election.
President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden are making their final rounds on the campaign trail ahead of Election Day.
People often don't feel like either one of these candidates are perfect.
But according to a recent poll from NBC News and the Wall Street Journal, thousands of voters still don't know who they'll pick for president.
They tend to make up their mind the last week, and particularly the last weekend.
So let's start with who these voters typically are. Research shows they tend to be minorities, women, and younger in age, and most tend to feel far removed from politics. But I wanted to learn more, so I spoke to Professor Peter BERGERSON at Florida Gulf Coast University and Professor Brandon JETT at Florida Southwestern State College. In this current election, BERGERSON says these are some of the reasons why people may be having trouble choosing between the two major party candidates.
One, again, because of the record of President Trump and the antics or the outspoken nature, and with former Vice President Biden is partially his age, and that he is not inspiring.
And this isn't the first time voters have felt this way. Professor Jett says the lack of enthusiasm that some voters are feeling could also be linked to them feeling like they don't quite fit in either major party.
I do think we're in this kind of unique historical moment where the parties are a little more polarized than maybe they ever have been. And maybe that's what's driving some of this, like, I'm still undecided, even though I know who both of these candidates are.
So who will these voters vote for? While the final answer is still up in the air, Professor BERGERSON says history has shown that most undecided voters tend to make this decision in the end.
They tend to vote for the challenger as opposed to the incumbent.
And for our latest 2020 election coverage, you can head to our website, fox4now.com. In Cape Coral, Rochelle ALLEYNE, Fox 4, in your corner.